Experience the Battle of Hoth from the cockpit of your snowspeeder as you hold off Imperial forces and help the rebel transports escape.
Alright, so this mission is one that the Rogue Squadron series would become infamous for, considering that there is a version of the Battle of Hoth in every Rogue Squadron game, and almost any LucasArts game for that matter. But in this case, this is the first time you get to play the Battle of Hoth outside of Shadows of the Empire, where that's really, if you remember correctly, that's what's their inspiration for this game, was that vehicle section on the Battle of on Hoth. So this is basically them paying tribute to that game as well as to the movie itself. Let's go ahead and jump in. Obviously, only a speeder. And since it is only a speeder, I do find this one a bit more difficult than the Death Star Trench Run, but that's just me.
The transports can't escape unless the probe droids are gone.
Alright, so first we have some probe droids here. Obviously we have some great music, very Shadows of the Empire-esque. Same exact track that they're using, except for obviously it's a different mix of it. Follow the orange cone on your radar.
Rogue 10 is down in Sector Lambda. He needs your assistance.
This is probably the least complicated version of Battle of Hoth that Factor 5 would ever put together in one of these games. Later versions, they throw in a whole bunch of little gimmicks just so that it wouldn't be the same thing over and over. Not that it ever really worked, considering it is just the same thing over and over. The AT-STs are back down to their beginning game strength instead of being the monsters that took like 2 proton torpedoes to kill towards the end of the actual single-player campaign.
Use your harpoons and tow cables. Go for the legs.
Basically, just follow the canyons, and you're going to find everything within the game the way you're supposed to. It's a different mix of this particular bit of music. You probably heard it early on in the game on Barkesh. They use the same instrumental bits, but a slightly different mix. Alright, so basically there are 3 AT-ATs, and we have to take them all down. You can ignore the stormtroopers. I don't think they're necessary for your kill counts or anything like that.
Another victory for Rogue Squadron. Don't get cocky.
And there's a bit more original voice work in this level than there is in the other bonus missions. Or I mean in the Death Star. The Beggar's Canyon Trench Run had a decent amount. Beggar's Canyon Trench Run. Ha! I'm combining my my missions now. So yeah, this you want to go after this solitary one first, considering that the other 2 are a little too close together to really tow cable effectively.
One more pass.
Obviously, this isn't very accurate to the movie, considering only one AT-AT ever got brought down this way. Oops, I screwed that up. I screwed that up really badly. See, that's the thing. It never really happened to me before in this run of this game, but if you screw up on the tow cables, you screw up really badly, and you're pretty much done. Okay, it looks like these guys are getting a little too close to that shield generator, so let's go ahead and take these guys down instead of the other ones. You're going to have wingmen flying by and pecking at these things, but they're obviously not going to do any damage, because the AT-ATs, unlike in Shadows of the Empire where you could take the AT-ATs down with blasters, it would just take a while. In this game, the AT-ATs are completely invincible to anything except your tow cable. So, which really doesn't make, that's their excuse to why you had to play as snowspeeders in certain levels, is because only the snowspeeders could take down the AT-ATs. Unlike in, in the expanded universe, they take down AT-ATs all the time with other vehicles. I recall them in one of the Rogue Squadron books, in fact, putting a proton torpedo into the cockpit of one and just causing the whole thing to explode. But what do I know? I'm just a nerd. So as long as you're good with your tow cable, this mission really isn't that big of a deal. It's just a speed thing, just like the other bonus mission. It's just a matter of being able to finish it quickly. The other versions of the Battle of Hoth in other games later on, Rogue Squadrons 2 and 3, would get more involved and quite a bit more difficult because there would be a lot more to do, a lot more enemies on the screen. Obviously, this one was very limited by the N64's hardware.
Rogue Squadron. The base has been evacuated. We'll meet you at the rendezvous point. And Luke, the Falcon made it out all right.
And you couldn't switch
Don't do
from
anything
vehicles.
foolish like running off the Dagobah.
You couldn't switch vehicles or anything like that in this game either, so that was a big limitation. And we got a silver, so that wasn't so bad. Like I said, the biggest problem is probably my time. Let me take a look here. Yep, if I hadn't messed up that one tow cable, I probably would have gotten. Yeah, not probably. I would have gotten a gold on the nose if I hadn't screwed up that tow cable on the first AT-AT. So, yep, gold medals to come, and we have one last episode that I want to do showing the secret 20th mission of Star Wars Rogue Squadron, as well as a couple of things that I missed earlier on in the game when I could have showed them off. So I will see you guys all next time on Let's Play Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the final episode. See you all then, folks. Good night.